Okay, let's talk about the Xbox 720 or Xbox 2. I don't know what they're going to call the thing when it comes out. Right now, a couple of leaks have been going around the internet saying that the next gen Xbox system is going to be anywhere from 6 to 8 times as powerful as the Xbox 360. Now, if that's the case, that's a lot of power. That's a monstrous amount of power. So I'm guessing that either these rumors aren't really accurate, or Microsoft is planning on having this console out for quite a long time, because that is a lot of freaking power. I mean, I'm not really sure on the specs inside the Xbox 360 as of right now. I know it has like a triple core processor in it, I think running at 3.5, something like that. I'm not sure on the graphics card and stuff like that, but the rumors are that ATI is supposed to be supplying them with a pretty much equivalent to a 6670 graphics card. But I mean, I don't know the specs on those, but right now, I mean, I have a 2 gig graphics card in my computer, and that thing is a beast right now. I mean, it can run Resident Evil 5 in 80 frames a second. So for something to be 6 times as powerful, or even up to 8 times as powerful as a Xbox 360, that's a lot of horsepower, people. I mean, I'm not really the biggest Xbox fan, but that even gets me excited. I mean, because I love seeing these game companies go all out and make beastly systems, because why not? I mean, you'd have made just a load of money off of us gamers this console generation. So yeah, reward us on this next gen and try to keep the price down as much as you can. And another rumor that I do not like about this new Xbox is that it may not be able to play used games. Now, I'm not really sure on how accurate that is, but if that has any inclination of being true, or if someone is actually considering that, that is horrible. I mean, that is really, really horrible. I mean, GameStop probably won't even have the thing in their store, because I mean, they're not going to get any used sales off of it. That's a waste of their time. And as far as I'm concerned right now, if anybody tries to give me an Xbox where I can't have used games on it, or I have to be getting everything digitally, right now I'm just not ready to do that. I'm not willing to stay connected to the internet 24/7 in order to do that. I don't even like getting PC games because I have to go and get online just to activate them. To me, that's stupid. Once you pay for the game, that should be a wrap. Whether or not I want to get online or not, I should be able to play the game. Now, I should be able to get certain features that require online play. That makes sense. But I'm really hoping that these guys are not planning on doing anything even remotely like that, because right now these season passes for getting online and these all this little extra stuff they're making you activate online and have to pay for is already getting old with me. Some of these games aren't even AAA blockbuster titles, and you're trying to charge me $10 if I go get a used copy of your game to play online. Really? I'm not really feeling that right now. But let's go on to another rumor before I start getting off into a rant. There's a rant later on in the show. We'll deal with that right then. We'll keep this rant for some other time. But another rumor is that the Xbox 720, Xbox 2, the triple X rated box, whatever you want to call it, is going to be out sometime after October 2013, which is a little while away, but not very far off at all. I mean, because E3 is around the corner, which means if this thing is going to be getting showed basically next year around October, well, it's going to be coming out next year around October, which means you might actually get a glimpse of it at E3. So you might want to keep your eyes out for that. I'm going to be trying my best to get down to E3 this year, and hopefully I'll be able to hook you guys up with a buttload of content. So I mean, you get a chance, you're on the forum, you're on the website, wherever you're right now, drop me a comment, let me know what you're interested in, some things you want me to find out about, any questions you might have, and I'm going to do some sleuthing for you and dig around, see if get as much information as I can for you, because if not for you guys, I wouldn't even be doing this. So just make sure you going ahead and you putting in your 2 cents, because I'm doing this show for us gamers, us old school gamers and new gamers that understand what gaming is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be about fun, and I'm getting tired of these developers running around here all this secrecy, acting like they can't tell us anything. Come on, man. You making a game. You can give us something. You want us to shell out $60 for a game, then you should be able to chunk us out a little information on why we getting ready to save this $60 up to give it to you. You know what I mean? We're not asking a lot. I'm not asking you to divulge all your secrets, but throw us a bone. You know what I mean? Be courteous about it. Now, let's go on to the Wii U got a couple of little new things. We found out about the Wii U recently. The Wii U controller is now getting new features added onto it. You've seen all the features that were at E3 as far as the gyroscope, built-in motion sensor, and all those things. But now we're getting something called NFC. It's near functionality communication, something like that. Basically, it'll be the equivalent. Well, I'm guessing anyway. This is my opinion. I'm guessing it's going to be the equivalent of like Street Pass for your 3DS, which means I guess now that this controller is pretty much going to be a little bit more portable than aforementioned. You might be able to tote it around with you, and if somebody else happen to be toting theirs with them playing, I guess, Go on it or some little game that actually run on the controller, you might be able to, you know, do Street Pass with them. You might be able to sit there and play some interactive games with them. Nintendo's keeping a lot of things secret about this controller. And one of the managers, execs over at Capcom has been saying that the Wii U that we saw at last year's E3 and the Wii U that they have now is pretty much night and day. There's so many new things they've already added onto this thing, because this is not the same dev kit. The one we seen at E3 was the dev kit version 1. They said they had already ran through about 5 Wii U dev kits. So I kind of believe them on that, you know, these things, they've been getting a lot of feedback off this Wii U, and they've been adding new features and going on and making everything pristine and getting it crisp and ready, because it's almost showtime, people. This thing is coming out pretty soon, and I'm thinking it's going to be out probably September, maybe even October. I don't think we won't even have to wait that long to get our hands on this thing much longer. I think at the E3, I think E3 is going to be a blowout party for the Wii U. I think we're going to be very, very satisfied with the Wii U launch titles that are going to be available at launch. Leaked titles that I know of at the moment is, I know we're going to have Pikmin 3 there. What else? What's other titles I've been slipping around for? I'll come back to you on those titles when I get them lined up, and I maybe give them to you on another show. And let's see what else we got on the Wii U. We talked about the controller. Oh yeah, let's talk about the Wii for a second. The Wii is not going anywhere, people. The Wii is getting close to hitting 100 million consoles sold worldwide. That's a good thing right there. That's really, really good. Not the fact that the Wii is sold 100 million, you know, getting close to selling 100 million units right now. That's good for Nintendo. But the fact that the Wii is not going anywhere for a while is really good for consumers. That means you don't have to be scared about going to get you a Wii because you want to go play Skyward Sword right now. You want to say you want to play some other good titles that came out for the Wii. And for anybody that wants to say there are no good titles for the Wii, yeah, say that for somebody else that doesn't own one and hadn't played over 50 games on it already, okay? And still own them. You keep them for a reason, folks, okay? So let's see. Oh, the vitality sensor might be popping up at this E3. It wasn't there last year's E3 because the vitality sensor's compatibility with everyone wasn't high enough to show. It was only at 85%, which, if you think about it, you're talking about a sensor that basically wants to be able to play games and adjust to your mood based off of your heart rate and stuff. So for that thing to be compatible with 85% of their test group, that's pretty doggone good right now. They're trying to get it up to 98. Hadn't really got an update on how close that is right now, but I'm guessing you might get a chance to see some games in action running for that thing. Okay. Oh, let's talk about the 3DS for a second. The 3DS has been wreaking havoc over there in Japan on the competition. I mean, just last week alone over there sold almost 82,000 units. And its competitor, well, I don't even know if you can call it a competitor right now, because Sony claims that they're not even competing with Nintendo in the handheld market right now. They're just doing their own thing. But it only managed to sell, I think, 18,000 or 15,000 units for the PS Vita, which is not really good at the moment for that thing. You're talking about a launch. Even the 3DS wasn't doing that bad at launch. I mean, they got to get something behind this thing, and Uncharted is not going to get it done over there. Over here in America, that might work over here, because a lot of people love Uncharted. But over there in Japan, no, you're going to have to put some RPGs on that beast. You're going to have to put some games on that people can pick up and put down when they feel like it. And you have to get after it right now, Sony, because my thing is, I'm not a huge PS Vita fan right now because I hadn't got my hands on it. And I'm not very, very interested in it, but I do want to get a chance to play it. But my main thing is that competition is very, very good for this industry. Because when you have companies competing for your dollars, us gamers always win in the end. We're the only ones that win. You know what I'm saying? Those companies are going to get their money regardless. There's always going to be your fanboys for Sony. They're going to spend their money with Sony products and that alone. Nintendo fanboys, we're going to spend our money. Xbox lovers, they're going to spend their money and they're going to purchase their Xbox Live because they do not care. That's just who they are. But when you have them competing for that extra dollar, for that person that hadn't quite chosen his team he want to roll with yet, that's when us gamers start getting those goodies. And PS4. Only PS4 room I have right now is that the PS4 is going to be getting some kind of updated Blu-ray drive, which is supposed to have this now capable of running, well, not running, storing up to 100 gigabytes of information. That's a lot of information, and I'm really not too skeptical on that because I think that might actually be possible with a Blu-ray. I don't know a whole lot about that, but I know your dual layers right now are running that can hold about 50 gigs. That doesn't seem too, far-fetched for Sony to be able to go ahead and pull that off. And now, whether some gaming studio or developer is going to use 100 gigs on their game, I highly doubt that. But maybe you chunk on enough features on there and DLC on the disc, since that seems to be the going thing nowadays, to put everything on the disc then charge us for it later. Oh, speaking of which, Nintendo has said that they are not going to be making games for the sole purpose of giving you a almost finished game just so they can sell DLC. And Nintendo, I commend you on that, because there's no sense in that whatsoever. If I'm going to pay you $60 and you're going to put a bunch of stuff on the disc, when I go home with that disc, I should be able to play it. I shouldn't have to give you any more money. There shouldn't be no way that you can explain that to me. You know what I mean? You spend your money on the game. You want to be able to get your full experience out of that game. These games aren't cheap nowadays. So, for Nintendo to sit there and say they're not going to do that, I commend them for that. I appreciate that. And I look forward to that. Because they say they're still going to have DLC for a lot of their games. But that means that DLC is going to be just that. Extra downloadable content. Not something that should have been in your main story or some missing chapter. You know what I mean? Not something that would throw on the cutting room floor and then they want to charge you $5 or $15 to get it. It's not going to be none of that stuff. It's going to be something new to add to your experience. And got this little game leak for you that you might be interested in. This is for you Wii U guys. Assassin's Creed 3 is apparently on its way for the Wii U and should be shown at E3. This year's E3. A little bit. The only thing that we know about it so far now is that the game is supposed to be taking place during the American Revolution. Now, my history isn't that great, because I don't remember a whole lot about the American Revolution. I know about the French Revolution and all that other little stuff. So I'm guessing they're talking about, when we get our independence maybe. So, it'd be interesting to see, because I want to see, if anybody's going to be in there from the other games, the early games, anything like that. I want to see where they're going to take this, and I'm really, really, really anxious to see how this game is going to look on the Wii U. Another thing about the Xbox 720. One of the guys that spilled out this spec leak says that the Xbox 720 is only 20% more powerful than the Wii U. If that's the case, and the Xbox 720 is going to be 6 times more powerful than the 360, then clearly the Wii U is going to be a beast also. So for those of you who keep saying that the Wii U is not going to be a next gen system and it's just only going to be up to par and it's not even as strong as the PS3, yeah, you might want to go look that up, fella. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate you as always. Hey, and remember, tell your friends about me, because the more people you tell, the more information I can get. Thank you. Thanks for joining me on another C4 rant on the C4 Gaming Forum. Today, I want to talk to somebody at Capcom. I really need to talk to somebody at Capcom, because somebody needs to explain to me why I'm sitting here playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which already ain't the greatest fighting game of all time in my mind at all.
It's kind of a letdown when compared to 2. But I can let that slide for the moment. But what I can't let slide is the fact that just behind me, if you peek over there, you will see a list of people. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this like I am, but there's a nice little list of people here that have been slain, killed by Capcom, or apprehended. I'm not understanding what's going on here. Cable is dead. As glitchy as Cable was on Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with those Hyper Viper beams and being from the future, so he had no idea that he was going to be killed, but he still managed to stand around here and get dead. Makes no sense to me. I guess they decided to show Mega Man a little bit of mercy on this one, since he doesn't have a game coming out no time pretty soon. They're going to put him on here, and he's the only one that doesn't have anything on his name. Hayato apprehended. Iceman dead. Cyclops dead. What the freak happened? Colossus apprehended. And then the most disrespectful thing I can think of to even do, these fools killed off their own mascot. They killed Captain Commando. Do you hear me? They killed Captain Commando. Ruby Heart apprehended. Been on one game. Same thing goes for my boy Mingo. But they killed him. My boy Sansan dead. How did they kill her? I know she was in giant monkey form. Somebody got to explain this to me. Jin. They killed Jin. #1 in the universe is written on the back of this man's shirt. And you expect me to believe that a freaking Sentinel managed to kill him, and he got Bloody Vulcan. Bloody Vulcan is so big that the freaking fist is the only thing that'll fit on the screen. But you expect me to believe that y'all killed him. What you do, catch him when he did his freaking explosion attack while he was butt naked? Because you caught him taunting with the tile? That's how you killed him? Explain to me how the freak y'all killed Psylocke off. She's a psychic ninja. What happened? Half of these characters was on Marvel Cap 1. They survived Onslaught, but now they dead. Makes no sense to me. Capcom, you got a couple of things you need to explain to me, cause I'm just not understanding this right now. I'm highly pissed. You know what I'm saying? I feel disrespected. I feel like I'm an idiot for giving you guys money. I mean, I really do. Somebody needs to explain some of this stuff to me, man. These are characters that should be on this booty tail game, and the roster don't even top out with more characters than Marvel Cap 2 did. Marvel Cap 2 had 56. You still ain't caught up, but you got enough freaking audacity to go off killing good characters. Just, I don't get it. I do not get it. I wish I could give y'all the power of Chief. Thanks for joining me on the C4 Rant. Freaking Capcom. Let's check out this new trailer for Street Fighter Cross Tekken and see what we're working with. Now some new characters. Alright, let's do this. Show me what you got on PS3. Oh, see you got Cole on there. Look like a little bit of... Oh, what in the hell is this? Look at this overweight children bust out waiting at pedophile. Capcom. Y'all, you just really don't care no more, do you? Is that supposed to be some kind of stupid tail fan service? I mean, really? You don't want to give Mega Man his own game. You don't want to put him on the fighting games, but you put him on this crap here as the overweight fella from the box art. Capcom, man, I give up, dude. I'm through. LV Beats. C4. And it's the LV beat. me beats.